So I just realized that I've had my mic on mute for however long I've been talking. So we're looking at splitting up past experience and studied. We're looking at the at separator, right? So we want to know the job and the company and put those in separate columns. The same thing for any university experience, right? Studied computer science, right? Well, computer science is the program. University of Wisconsin is the institution that we're after, and we want to split those up. Right now, we're looking for some variance, right? So, for instance, UCLA here is just listed, nothing more. I'm assuming they work at UCLA or go to school there. We're going to assume they work since that's in the work heading. Oh, cool. Yeah, and we can use this function for this information when we go to get that later as well. So good. Something we can reuse. Here we go. Studies at Clemson. So what's going to happen here is we are using this function on information we've already split off. And so studies is not going to be there. It's going to start with at. So we'll have to think about how to process that as well. And I think that that's a pretty good representation of what we will see. All right, so. Okay. So we'll put this as a look ahead. And that gets us the first part. So let's go ahead and create this function. Split at, and this will take arguments. Rather than passing regular expressions through here, because I'm hoping we'll be able to use the same, we'll use the same two every time, so we can just put them both in here. So this is going to be the job or institution, but we'll just, let's just be simple. Well, first, yes. All right, now let's build the regex for that. Look behind of the same variety. Everything afterward. Now, we'll create a condition to account for if neither one of these is a match, and then we'll just return the whole string if it's not matching. So we could say something like, we're going to pass a string through here, we know, and then to signify whether or not it's a start or an end that we're after, we'll just pass in a some sort of argument that'll signify that, like right. That's simple. And so then we'll say if the type is equal to first, First exec string, and we want that portion of it. And then let's do another if statement that says only if that's true. So if, the reason we need to do this is we don't want to return a match if it's not there, if it's one of these weird outliers. And even then, we still would need a condition, but we could create a separate function for that, I suppose. But and we probably will need to later. All right. So if first test true or false is true, do that. Now the question I have is, do I want to default to one column or the other? I think, yeah, because my only other option is to duplicate, and I'd rather not duplicate data. So we'll default into the second column because I suspect that's going to be more prevalent. All right, so if that's true, return it. If and I could do an else, but I'm worried about doing that. So I'm just going to throw one more if in here. And tempted to see what Glenn posted here, but we'll check it later. So let's spell that correctly. It's helpful. All right. And last test true or false. It's true. Return pass exec. Pass that string through that to get us the first and only match. And then if, you know what, let's make these variables since we're going to use them more than once. I'm just going to call it f. And if f and equals false and L equals false, return just the string that we entered in. And in case it has an at on it, let's throw a replacer in there. We don't need that at if it's in there. So we could say word boundary at and space and an empty string. That's going to cut it off for us. Let's throw these variables up here. Oh, crap. Okay, that's okay. Take that out. Okay. Semicolon. Now, we're passing a string and a type, so we're going to just indicate what we're trying to do here so we don't have to write two functions, even though we've essentially done that down here. Maybe we should have just done it that way, but whatever. So first, we're going to declare the two regular expressions first and last. This will return the first part, this last part on a matching string. So we say if the type is first, and do this stuff. So I don't even need to do that, do I? That's only going to match. That's only going to match. Why would I need to? Yeah, I don't need to do anything else. So we don't actually need this type. Good. Say that, but we'll see. So now we can just say if F is true, return it. If L is true, return it. If both of those are false, return the string and clean it up. Sounds good to me. Oops. So now we should be able to take this function and well, isn't the cleanest way to do this, but I'm going to do it this way anyway. We'll just pass it through that. Oh, that's, oh, we're going to do it. So we're going to duplicate this into both columns instead, which, whatever, that's fine, I think. So that will give us the first job and then the experience, and then we should be able to do the same thing here. Now let's see what this gives us. Let's open a spreadsheet. Oh, oops. Ugh, okay. We gotta put that all together, but let's just eyeball it. So, crap. That's not going to work. Let's do the type thing. That's better. Or not even. Just create two different functions. So we'll say function split first. And split last string and cannibalize our first function just down the line here. And if f is true, return that. Else, and this one, we're just going to pass or return an empty string. And then here, we'll return the input string and clean it up. Yeah, this is better. I hate a ton of functions, but at the same time, whatever, it works. Let's replace these split ats. So we're saying split first, split last, split first, split last, and let's try this again. And let's take a look. It's a computer science university. Cool. Now I want to check it on the anomalous data that we saw. Studied at PESIC. Let's see. At the university. So we're not getting the at cleanup. Why is that? Oh. Okay. W computers. I mean, it looks okay. I'll worry about this maybe now. Studied. There's two ats. Interesting. Well, we can fix that. Probably going to cause more issues, but global. Fixes the issue. Now it should just be Dallas University. Oh, goodness. Dallas. Okay, that's not going to work. But we can probably fix that too. Let's look at our, yeah. Let's go back in here. So that's splitting. At Clemson University. Oh, I don't want that. All right, let's move on for now. It might be easier to parse out once we get some of the other information. I'm having a hard time figuring out where we're at here until I see these people's names. So let's start to get that information out. All right. I was going to condense these functions, but instead, for now, since we might be editing them, we will just throw them up here. And here is actually where our main function is sitting presently, and where we'll need to pass the name stuff, I guess. So let's grab the name element. I'll just inspect it here. Use our inspector gadget. Okay. So create a variable, or do we want a function that returns for each one of these? I don't think we need that in the main. Our full name, search results, yes, elements, class name, passing the name class through there, put in text, and let's go ahead and grab the URL that's embedded in there as well. Call that Linky href, and there's some junk data on the end of it every time, so let's pull that off. Copy link address. So that junk data looks like this. This is what we don't want. So we're going to say replace everything after the question mark. We need to escape that because the question mark is a meta character. And we say any character after that, just replace it with an empty string, which is essentially deleting it. It's probably a delete function, but I don't know, whatever. Now let's get the current employment data. Assuming this is going to be a class name as well. We'll refine what it is in a moment, but it should be the first of that. It's going to be the inner text. Go inspect it. Looks like this is the class we're after. Just see if there's any other. No, it's always that. Good. Okay, let's drop that in here. Now we want to split these up into job and company. And we use the split first here. And the split last here. And let's just wrap this in the function so that we just get our response right in that. And then let's create a string to append this to. We're not using an array. I used to do that a lot, but and I still do. But this actually is easier if we just append strings together, because creating an array and then turning into a string, while it's convenient to not have to type out the commas, is we're prone to errors, and specifically what we're doing here. So we need to think about making sure we remove commas or replace the commas. So let's do that on all this stuff too. Oftentimes we'll have this in their name. And a link we don't need to worry about, but the employment, I certainly want to pull that out. Cool. What are we going to call this? We'll call this contain string instead of container. Not quite as punny, but can't win them all. Merge. Oh, wait, no, so we're going to say contain string is equal to that, and then we'll append this data. So let's go ahead and line up some commas. So the name, link, job, company, biodata, which is already all set up for us. And then we want to end it with a carriage return, which is going to signify a new row for us as when we export this as a CSV. And then we can say, let's see what this does, console log I hit enter. Linky. Link. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I mean, I know what the error is, but I don't know why it's not letting me. Okay, let's see what this looks like. If this works, it should all be Okay, we're all messed up here, and I think I know why. So what's happening is we need some spaces between the commas. They can't just be blank, or it doesn't recognize it as a CSV when we go in here. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just the way it interprets the data. But we should be able to fix that probably with just putting a space between these. I would think that would do it. So we're always going to have a name. Question is this always going to exist? Because if not, it could cause problems for us unless we throw that in. Let's see what that does. Okay, also let's refresh this because the way we're doing this, I think might be causing us to append to old data. Okay. Oh, we still have issues. Okay. Well, let's make it easier on ourselves. Full name, link. Employer. All right, this is. Ooh, this is closer. Current geo. previous job, previous employer. We have these switched around, so we need to fix that. I mean, not that it matters that much, but edu program goes here, edu institution goes here. Wait a minute, what's going on with this? Studied. Let's put Let's put this stuff in the right spot. All right, so full name, link, the current job, current employer, current geography, previous. Why is this giving us an empty column? Otherwise looks good. International Conference on Machine Learning. Let's see. Oh, so we've got some misaligned data here. All right. All right, let's not. Not sure why this should all line up. I mean, this proves. Elsewhere. All right, let's think about our issue here. We're losing. Okay. Yeah, we should have done it this way from the beginning. Hopefully this solves it since I seem to be pretty confident. Let's save our job equals our Pico equals the same thing. Last. Pico. We'll call this program. So which ones are one of those? And our institute. I don't know if this is fixed, it doesn't look like it. No. Just put a bunch of wasted white space in there. Crap. All right. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something obvious, so I'm going to take a break, I guess. We're almost done. So.